We want the exterior of our house to look as authentic as possible, and that comes down to even its gutters. Now, back in the day, this house probably had wooden gutters, but today, wood doesn't always perform the way we like, and they can be expensive. So, designer and builder David Hornstein has brought us an alternative. Hey, David. Nice to meet you.
Hey, Don.
So, a lot of people use aluminum. What don't you like about what's out there?
Yeah, so flimsy, right? If you put a ladder against it, you're going to dent it.
Okay.
Also, the profile, that's a K profile. That's not actually a traditional wood profile.
So not authentic enough for you.
Exactly.
All right.
And the joints are in different planes. So a piece of wood would just be continuous to the miter. These are two separate pieces with visible fasteners.
So you don't like the overlap. Again, not authentic.
Exactly.
All right, so that's why you don't like this. And what is your solution?
So we've got an extruded aluminum gutter.
Okay, so holy mackerel.
Yeah, you can drive a truck over that.
Yeah, and so a lot beefier sort of just in terms
10
of...
times thicker
Yeah,
than a standard aluminum.
pretty obvious right there.
So this is an exact match of a traditional wood gutter.
Right.
Actually holds twice the volume though.
And so what we're getting here on one side is what you'd like to see versus what's out there now.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then on the joints, the joint is seamless. So that's going to look exactly like a wood gutter.
And are you making it the same way as you would with a wood gutter? I mean, are you chopping this on a saw?
On a chop saw.
And how are you fastening it together?
There's a hidden connector on the inside.
Oh, look at that. So sort of a pin.
Yep.
And it slides into those tracks. That's what those are for.
Right, the tracks are for that, and then also the tracks hold a couple accessories. They hold a leaf guard that snaps in like that.
Snaps in and out easily?
If you ever need to clean it, just pop it out. And then there's a piece of flashing that locks in there. That's going to go up and fold onto your roof. That's going to prevent any rot in your fascia or the framing behind.
The wood fascia that sits here behind is a perennial problem with water. Any bit of water gets behind the gutter, we get rot. Okay, so you've definitely caught my attention, and Deliandro's, because I know he's putting some up right now.
The other thing that this gutter system allows us to do is to actually miter the gutter into the rake molding.
So the rake being the angled part on the gable end, whereas the fascia and the gutter are on the opposite side.
Right, and on our house here, this would have been the original detail. There would be a wood rake that came down here and mitered into a wood gutter.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So it's almost like a continuous line, like one piece
Just
of molding.
a nice, seamless, simple line that wraps around.
So you like that?
Exactly. What I don't like is what you see on a lot of homes these days. Because current gutters don't miter into rake moldings because the profiles are different, builders will return the gutter horizontally rather than having it miter up the rake.
Right.
And that creates a problem because now you've got a gutter that you've got to cover, so they actually have to build this little roof over it and create this mitered return here. So it's a lot of work, and it really doesn't look as elegant as the other detail.
You know, at first glance, it almost looks like it makes sense because it's so fussy, but it means that your gutter is outbound here. And there's really no reason to have a gutter over here because the water is shedding that way, not this way.
Right, and you really want your roof to kind of encapsulate the building, so to have this piece projecting out just looks wrong.
So this is perfect. So we've got the rake profile coming down. It's mitered nicely into that gutter return right there, and we get a traditional clean look.
Exactly.
So what's Deliandro's process basically?
So he's going to measure his length, cut it to length, then he's going to pre-drill the holes at either 16 or 24, whatever the rafters are. Screw a couple blocks into the fascia to lift the gutter up and set it on there. Screw it in with some 3.5-inch screws, and then just move the setup and cut the next piece.
So David, where does your system stack up price-wise?
A typical roll form gutter where they come out with a machine and do it on site is $7 or so a foot. These gutters are $18 a linear foot, and a cedar wood gutter would be double that at $36 a foot.
I tell you what, looks terrific and looks period for our 1890s house.
It does.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. This Old House has got a video for just about every home improvement project, so be sure to check out the others. And if you like what you see, click on the subscribe button to make sure that you get our newest videos right in your feed.